Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. Today we're doing July beauty favorites. This is a monthly series where I come on here and I share with you 5 amazing beauty products that I enjoyed using all month long. These products aren't necessarily products that I bought or received during the month of July. They're just 5 genuine products that I have been really enjoying and I think they deserve a little bit of a spotlight. Also new for 2022, because I didn't used to do this in the past, I'm going to be including 2 unfortunate duds, 2 losers for the month of July, things that just didn't work out for me. If it is your first time here on my channel, first and foremost, hello and welcome. My name is Steff. I love doing new makeup reviews. That is the one thing you will always see here on my channel, the latest and greatest in makeup. I do foundation reviews. Oh my god, that's my favorite thing to do. I'm actually in the middle of one right now. I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes, makeup ranking videos, monthly ranking videos, which is what you're seeing here today. So if all of that sounds good to you and you want to watch my videos on pretty much a daily basis, because I upload a lot. I upload quite a bit. Do me a favor, click on the subscribe button, hit the bell so you'll be notified every time I do upload a new video. And if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up on your way out. That helps me out so much. I will have all of the makeup that I'm talking about, including what I'm currently wearing, which is not too much. All of that will be linked and listed in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Guys, I like to keep these monthly favorites small. I always keep it to 5 products and 1 or 2 losers. I don't want to overwhelm you. There's so much out there. So many new releases, and I know that not everybody is in the market for new makeup right now. I get it. A lot of you are on no buys or low buys. So hopefully sharing my favorite products and my not so favorite products can help you guys make some good buying decisions. If y'all want to see what topped my list and lined the bottom for July 2022, keep on watching. All right guys, so these are going to be in no particular order. I'm going to start first with my favorites, and up first are the new shades of the e.l.f. No Budge shadow sticks. They released 7 or 8 different shades, and they're all matte shades. Guys, these are amazing. They do a fantastic job in the waterline. That is primarily how I use them, or I will use them on the lower lash line. I'm just going to swatch these 3 colors because these are the latest colors, but these stay put. They stay put all day. You can use them as eyeshadow if you want, but these are 3 of the latest colors. They're just awesome, and I'm so glad to see that e.l.f. is expanding upon these different shades in the No Budge shadow stick line. I know a lot of you love these. These are your ride or die liners, and I don't blame you guys. These are amazing liners. They stay put. You can use them in so many different ways. I definitely recommend checking them out. The new shades dropped on the e.l.f. website, so that's where I'll have it linked to in the description box. Next, we have 2 different foundations. So the first foundation is the one I tried first, and it comes to us from Lancome. I am a huge fan of Lancome foundations. I have always had such an amazing experience. They work so well on my 40-year-old normal to oily skin. They last. That is the thing about Lancome foundations. They will get you 10, 12, 15 hours without looking cakey, greasy, breaking apart. Like, they just stay on. Lancome has nailed an amazing formula, and this new one is no different. This is the Tint Ultra Wear Care and Glow Foundation. If you want more of a glow, the way this foundation says, then this is definitely something you're going to want to check out. For me and my normal to oily skin, this does a better job when I powder down the T-zone, but it lasts. I need my foundation to get me 10 hours. This one does that without any problem. The only thing with this one for me is I feel like I got a shade that's a little bit too dark for me. I picked up the shade 230W, so I think I'm going to get a lighter shade and just keep them both and mix them, because I'm definitely going to use this. This is not something that's gonna expire or go bad, because I live for a good Lancome foundation, and the new Care and Glow is definitely a winner. The next foundation is the Hourglass Foundation. This is the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. This is gonna give you a little bit of a glow, but not as much of a glow as the Lancome one. So if you definitely want more of like a dewy, glowy finish, I would recommend the Lancome. Now, between these two, I like the finish of the Hourglass a lot. I think I like the finish of this a little bit better now that I've had a chance to wear them a little bit more. But the longevity definitely has to go to Lancome. With the Hourglass, and like the other Hourglass foundations that I have in my stash, these foundations only look good for about 6 to 8 hours on my normal to oily skin. By the 10-hour mark, you can definitely notice, you know, signs of wear around the mouth area, a little bit of cakiness where the oil is starting to come through on my complexion. And keep in mind, when I do my wear tests and stuff, I don't touch up. And even during my regular day-to-day activities in wearing my makeup, I don't have time always to touch up my makeup. So I just want the foundation to work on its own. This is a beautiful finish. I mean, you want to have like that candlelight glow with you, that perfectly filtered lighting. This is definitely like a filter for your complexion. This is an expensive one. This is $10 more than the Lancome is. I believe this one is $57 or $58 and the Lancome is about $47. But on me, this just doesn't get a good 10 hours. I've seen other reviews, my friends here on YouTube, and they have a different skin type than I do. They have dry skin, and this has looked beautiful on them, and it has worked all day for them, and I'm so happy that it did. But I like this one. Obviously, I'm putting it in my favorites because I think the finish alone is worth trying it out. If you can get a sample first before investing the $58, then I would go that route. But those of you that have this at home, you guys know how beautiful the finish is. It's definitely more, it provides a bit more of a matte finish. And I don't want to say it's matte. I don't want to use the word matte. But when comparing it to the Lancome, you get more of like a dewy glow over here. And you get like just that soft glow. Exactly the way it says, soft glow. I thought this was a nice one. Out of all the Hourglass foundations that I've tried, this has been the best one. Next, I have two different eyeshadow palettes to share with you. The first one is a shocker from Violet Voss. This is the Take Flight palette. The reason why I say this is a shocker is because I haven't really seen too many videos on this. To be honest, I haven't seen any videos of this palette come up in my feed. And when I was kind of just looking around to see if there were videos before I purchased this, I couldn't find any. All I saw it was that it would pop up in people's new makeup releases videos, but that's it. I didn't see anybody trying this palette out, and I've had a chance to use it another time after I reviewed it. I did create 4 looks with this palette. This is a beautiful palette, and I noticed a few days ago on the Sephora website, because that's where I picked this up, they came out with a mini version of some of the shades that are in here, and they did include the white and the black. The black is a matte, the white does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, but this is an amazing release from Violet Voss, and I think it deserves more hype. It definitely deserves more attention than what it's gotten. It's obviously a colorful palette, but you do have some neutral tones over here, and then of course some blues and greens, which you guys know I love blue and green shadow. I just thought this was really good, and I hadn't bought a new Violet Voss palette in about 3 years, so this was a very welcomed addition to my stash. I'm glad to see that Violet Voss is releasing some new palettes, especially like larger ones, because I know they were doing a lot of like miniature palettes, but this is a good one. If you're interested in this palette, if you've been eyeing it on the Sephora website, take the plunge, you won't regret it. Now, my last favorite for July is also another eyeshadow palette from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the Remastered Bunnies palette, and I just did a video over this. I think I did 3 looks or 4 looks, 3 or 4 looks. I think it was 3, using this pastel palette. This is kind of like a medium toned pastel palette. This is how I would prefer my pastel shades to be, with a little bit more depth than the traditional very light pastel. The shimmers in this are beyond beautiful, and the only shade that they kept from the original palette was this one right here. All of the shimmer shades have beautiful shifts to them. This is just such a stunning palette. Unearthly Cosmetics has an amazing eyeshadow formula. If you've never tried the brand, I'd highly recommend checking them out. They do amazing lip products as well. I haven't tried their lashes yet, but I'm definitely going to have to pick up a pair. But out of all the Unearthly Cosmetics palettes that I have, and even when they were Alien Cosmetics, because that was their first name, I've never been disappointed. They have a really pigmented, easy to work with formula. The shimmers are fantastic. And maybe you have the original Bunnies palette and you want to get this new one. I believe it's in stock right now on their website. I'll have it linked, but it's definitely worth checking out. All right, guys. So now from faves, we go to fails. And this first product is actually something I meant to include back in June, and I just totally forgot. So here it is, and I've already finished it up. I just finished it up last night. The Inky List Oat Cleansing Balm. Now, I know a lot of you out there, you probably enjoy this. I don't think this is worth the hype that it gets. I don't feel like it does that great of a job at removing my makeup. I definitely have cleansing oils. For example, the one from Fourth Ray Beauty, it's the BFD cleansing oil. That's only like $9 and it does a fantastic job. I use that to take off my makeup, and then I use Philosophy Purity to just cleanse everything, get the skin ready for skincare products. This, I just felt left residue of the makeup. Like it really didn't remove the makeup as well as I was expecting it to. So unfortunately, it's finding itself in the loser category, and this is not going to be something I repurchase from the Inky List. And the last product that I have to share with you guys is actually, unfortunately, like a full collection, and that is the Rock and Roll Beauty Def Leopard collection. So here is the eyeshadow palette. I like that it's in the shape of a triangle, but you know, I don't know. I think the packaging could have been a little bit better. This is what it looks like inside, and this is why I bought it, because I hadn't tried the brand before, and you know, I kind of like the color story of this palette. The shadows are just mediocre. Like, they're not really amazing. Yes, it's workable, but I don't know, they're going to be featuring these amazing artists and bands that have cult followings. You gotta make sure the makeup lives up to that. And unfortunately, I felt that this fell short by a lot. The only thing I ended up liking from this collection was the blush highlighter duo. I've been using some of the brushes. I have one right here, and I like the handle, but I mean, this is definitely like cheap. Like, there's no weight to it or anything like that. And even still, like this brush, I've used it for cream blush and just regular blush. This brush doesn't do that great of a job, and some of the eyeshadow brushes are just meh. Like, you know, I have my other brushes that I enjoy using. The palette is just, I don't know. I mean, if I was a mega fan of Def Leppard, maybe I would buy it, but at the same time, I think I'd be disappointed by what's inside. You all let me know that Rock and Roll Beauty is another brand off of Makeup Revolution, so I can see that. Now that you guys mentioned that, like, I can totally see that in the quality of the shadows and in some of the other products. I'm not the biggest fan of Makeup Revolution. There are very few products in their line that work for me. I think more of their complexion products work for me versus like their eyeshadows. I've never really been a fan of their eyeshadows, and that's likely why I'm not a fan of this brand. Alright guys, so that wraps up July 2022 Beauty Faves and Fails, the winners and losers for the month of July. Let me know if some of your favorites top my list, or I hope none of your favorites line the bottom of my list. Definitely let me know what some of your favorites and some of your fails have been for the month of July. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.